Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style Midweek. What a fun day. I mean, we've got Bryan Cranston, we've got ice cream, and we've got Jan cooking. This is a good day.
And she's cooking bacon.
Yeah, I mean,
so good.
Bacon and ice cream in the same morning. It doesn't really get much better than that, does it? I have to work out at some point today. I want to say a little congratulations, of course, to, this is a little spoiler alert, if you watch The Voice, Jermaine Paul won it all. He is the voice.
I knew it.
Blake Shelton.
The first time I heard him, I was like, he's gonna win.
And you know, Blake went to second place last year, Blake Shelton, and he was on his team, so I'm really happy for him. So, and I love Blake. You love Blake too, so that's awesome. Okay, now here's something interesting. The Avengers worldwide box office haul has passed $700 million. And now there's also talk of an Avengers 2, so we actually may see the superheroes right back here in Albuquerque soon, hopefully.
That's right. That's what Disney said. They released that statement today, so hopefully so, and hopefully we'll get them back here. Yeah, the blistering box office pace puts the Avengers on track to become Marvel's first film to break the $1 billion mark.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Have you seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Well,
I'm going to. It's definitely in my plans.
We have to see it at least, you know, within the, well, I want to see it on the big screen. You know, some movies you say, oh, I'll watch it on demand, I'll watch it on DVD.
See that one on
Not
the
Avengers, yeah, we definitely have to check it out. But I think the lines this week were probably out of control, especially here in Albuquerque, because so many fans. So we'll have to check it out, and we'll tell you our opinion too. But so far, so good. So we're really happy for everyone that partook in that movie and everybody that got to participate here. And now let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with this morning's headlines. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, ladies. How are you?
I like your hair up. It's sassy.
Let me tell you, I'm having some major hair issues right now. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's the weather. Or has this ever happened to you when your hair is a little too clean? You just can't style it right?
Yes, always.
Right?
Dirty.
Yeah. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
So I just said, forget about it. I'll just throw it back, and here we go.
Forget about it. I love it.
Well, good morning to you at home. Topping your morning news headlines this morning. A big alert for parents this morning. Albuquerque and police are searching for what they call a person of interest after a girl from El Dorado High School says she was raped on the way to school. Sources tell us it happened yesterday in an arroyo that is behind the school over near Juan Tabo in Montgomery. The girl apparently went to a chiropractor's office for help and then went to the hospital. Police yesterday swarmed the arroyo to make sure that all the students in the area were safe. They were also patrolling the area from the air. Here is a description of the person of interest that investigators want to talk with.
Thank you.
It's a white male adult between 20 and 25 years of age. He is about 5'4", stocky build, a brown crew cut with tattoos on his neck and his arms.
Sources say he is a young homeless man who is in that area a lot. We'll keep you posted on what happens. A big day in court today for Michael Astorga at his sentencing hearing. He is set to take the stand. Yesterday, Astorga's attorney presented new evidence to try and back up his claim that he did not kill Bernalillo County Sheriff Deputy James McRain Jr. back in 2006. Now, he was already convicted of the murder, but the defense is trying to create enough doubt so that the jury is more likely to give Astorga life in prison and not the death penalty. Bernalillo County commissioners have censured their colleague Michael Weiner over what they call a controversial picture. Check it out. Weiner took this picture with some women in the red light district in the Philippines. Now, he insists he was sightseeing with his fiance, whom, by the way, is from the Philippines, and he says there is nothing wrong with this picture. But some fellow commissioners are not happy with Weiner and his history of making bad decisions, according to them.
All in favor to censure Commissioner Weiner, vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries on a 3-0.
I'm running for re-election. I'm working hard for my district. I'm going to continue fighting for the people that I represent. And I think they know the job that I've done for them, and I hope that they'll continue to hang in there and support me.
The commission, along with the mayor and the governor, want Weiner to resign, but he says he is not going anywhere. A congressional race in New Mexico promises to get interesting. We're talking about the Democratic race to replace Representative Martin Heinrich, who is running for the U.S. Senate. There are 3 well-known candidates, and we wanted to know how they all differ on some big issues. So here's Katie Kim to explain.
Here on June 5.
The race for Congress in the Albuquerque area has seemed quiet so far.
He's the guy who's going to protect Social Security and Medicare.
But all three Democratic candidates are hitting the ground and the airwaves with the primary closing in. Former Albuquerque Mayor Marty Chavez, State Senator Eric Griego, and County Commissioner Michelle Lujan Grisham all say they'll vote to raise taxes on the richest Americans, offer guest worker visas to illegal immigrants who don't cause trouble, and fight for Medicare and Medicaid. Now they're trying to convince voters they can get it done in Washington.
I'm the only one that can actually say he's gotten things done.
Chavez points to his 3 terms as mayor, saying he expanded MCOR, the movie industry, and spurred growth on the west side.
There are candidates that talk and there are candidates that do, and that's the tremendous contrast in the records in this race.
A direct jab at his opponent, Eric Griego. The two didn't agree on much when Griego was a city councilor during Chavez's administration. Griego says that's because Chavez often sided with the Republicans on key issues.
I'm a Democrat, and this is a Democratic primary. My coalition has never been a Republican coalition.
Griego says he's the only one in the race that's actually sponsored bills to cut tax breaks for big oil companies.
They both talked about it. I have a record of sponsoring on the floor amendments to take out those subsidies.
Griego touts his voting record and points out Grisham's lack thereof, saying she's only held elected office for 18 months.
Voting records are not enough. If they were enough, you've got a voting record for Congress right now.
Grisham says, unlike her challengers, she's the only one who can reach across the aisle to help end gridlock in Washington.
I'm willing to work with anyone who is clear about making a quality of life difference for my constituents.
Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
In other news this morning, we now know where a billion-dollar ghost city will be built here in New Mexico. Pegasus Global Holdings, a company out of Washington State, announced yesterday it will build the scientific ghost city near Hobbs. It will look like a regular city that has 35,000 people with homes, highways, and businesses, but no one is going to live there. The company is hoping that companies from around the world use the city to test everything from ways to save energy to making security better, and even test out the idea of using unmanned cars.
This is truly one of the most unique and forward-thinking projects we have seen in New Mexico. It is completely privately funded. In fact, the only thing that Pegasus asked us for help was guidance.
That means it doesn't cost taxpayers a dime, and big bonus here, it will bring a lot of jobs, 350 permanent ones to be exact, some of them even high-paying. Construction on this city should start by July, and that wraps it up for your morning headlines. Be sure to start your day with Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and me every weekday morning on KRQE News 13, starting at 4:30 in the morning. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you so much. That was interesting. Okay, and something else that's interesting, of course, as always on Wednesdays, it's time for the Hollywood Buzz.
That's right. TMZ correspondent Gary Trock joins us from Los Angeles. Hi there, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, let's get right to it. The big story out of Hollywood today, and this is a troublesome one, the assertions that John Travolta got handsy with a male masseur, which he, of course, has denied, but now a second masseur has come forward. What has TMZ learned about this?
Yes, so now there are 2 allegations and lawsuits of sexual battery against John Travolta. One claiming on January 16th he was out in Beverly Hills where he got handsy with a masseur. The other one claiming in Atlanta 10 days later, January 28th. Basically the same story, you know, different guy. Now we have obtained a photo from John Travolta's camp, basically, that puts him in New York at the time of the first allegation, January 16th. Good. And they're saying that he's in New York at this time, and if he's in New York, how could he be in Beverly Hills with this masseur? Furthermore, we were provided a receipt of John's dinner that night at Mr. Chow, where he left a very nice tip, actually, $100. But they're saying that, listen, he was in New York, he was out there, he had dinner, he was not in the Beverly Hills, you know, hotel room with this masseur. So they're basically saying that these allegations are false and absurd. They're going to fight them tooth and nail to the end. I think it's you know, a little interesting that these these two masseurs are coming out with these allegations, yet they're not revealing their names or any real details about who they are. You know, so I don't know if this is just another case of people trying to take advantage of a big celebrity.
Yeah, you know, and bad things happening to good people, because he's got such a wonderful reputation. I mean, the court reports, unfortunately, are pretty graphic. I mean, we can even say it's TMI, even for TMZ, don't you think?
I know, yeah. Even when we were reading them, we're like, geez, this is a little bit much.
Yeah, it was rough. And I'm a huge John Travolta fan, so I'm glad to hear that at least he's been able to justify some of these things, and we'll hope for the best for him. I really like him a lot, so hoping for the best.
Definitely.
All right, last week, you know, we talked about the New Jersey mom who's apparently addicted to tanning salons. She took her 5-year-old apparently to the tanning salon with her, and now you guys, TMZ, you're reporting that she's banned from 8 tanning locations around her home, and her picture is actually posted behind the counters to help workers recognize her. Is that really necessary?
Yeah, how can you miss
her?
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why do you really need a photo of tanning mom, you know, behind the counter? You know who she is when she comes in. She is now banned from a group of tanning salons out in New Jersey. And one of, I forget which one of you is from New Jersey.
Me, Nikki, I am.
She is banned. Yeah. Yes.
I never went that far, Gary. I never went that far.
I know, but it's crazy that, you know, places in New Jersey would actually limit someone's tanning, but they have all decided that tanning mom has gone too far. And they're not going to let her inside. And furthermore, the Department of Health, the New Jersey Department of Health and the local Nutley Department of Health are going to be inspecting the tanning salon where she allegedly brought her daughter. This place called City Tropics out in Nutley, New Jersey. Now, the health department is the one that licenses these tanning salons, and they are saying that, listen, if they're going to go and check to make sure that they are not in violation, that they're doing the, you know, legal practices. Obviously, there was a big public interest in this, and they want to make sure everything is, you know, kosher.
Okay, well, I will give advice to Jersey girls and say, just go down the shore. It's summertime, and get your tan there. Thank you so much, Gary. Thanks for the great scoop, as always.
No problem.
All right, and you can catch TMZ weeknights at 5:30 right here on Tucasa Fox. But you know what?
What?
If she can't go to the tanning salon, I think she might not be recognizable if she starts losing that tan.
That's right.
So maybe they do need the picture.
Maybe that's the fountain of youth she's really been looking for, is losing some of that tan.
Know.
But you know, you can't really get too much of a tan right now. It's a little cloudy out.
It is, yeah, and we're going to see more clouds today, and the moisture sticking around too, so there will be the chance for a shower or thunderstorm in the metro area. Most of it's going to stay to the south. In fact, a cloud cover across central and southern New Mexico, but up to the north. This is a look at our Taos HD webcam, and you can see lots of sunshine there, and really not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful start to the day up that way.